Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Granados.
Yes.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Jallo.
Aye.
And Chairman Hudak.
Aye. And just a reminder, the final reading, public hearings are scheduled on that ordinance on July 17th, 2014. Next, we have two sets of resolutions today. We had a number of resolutions we added after the agenda meeting, so they're going to be brought from the floor. So at this point, the meeting is open to the public for purposes of commenting on resolutions from the floor only that are being offered for adoption. Please state your name and town of residence for the record, and the resolution to which you are referring, and adhere to the 5-minute time limit.
Pat Moschetti, New Providence. Good evening, everyone. On 214-529, authorizing adjustment of or changing internal position control schedules, can someone just comment what is the purpose to do this at this time? And the question about 2014-531, happy to see that New Providence may be getting $1,500 in a few minutes. How much did they request? Thank you.
Do you have any information on New Providence? Oh, I'm sorry. Vice Chairman?
Yeah, sure, I'll address that. They actually sent us a letter requesting co-sponsorship in various events that they have throughout the year. This particular one was a $1,500 sponsorship for this event.
Thank you, Vice Chairman. And in response to the position controls, the fiscal committee met last week prior to our agenda meeting, and it was left off the agenda. So that's why it was not, it's being offered from the floor tonight. Any other comments?
Hi, how are you? My name is Alberto Goncalves. I'm a resident of Ironside. I'm here to give support for Resolution 2014-554.
Excuse me, sir. We're going to get to those resolutions next.
Okay.
Just, hold your fire for a moment. Any other comments? Right, he said 44. Right? Okay. All right. We're good. All right, so then.
Just comment on what's going on now.
Excuse me, sir?
Is these comments on what?
There's two sets of there's two sets of resolutions, sir.
Okay.
So there's there's 228. I'm sorry, 528 through 532 are being.
When is
talked
the
about.
time that you can express a concern?
At the end of the meeting, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to close the public portion of that meeting, and may I have a motion to adopt resolutions 2014-528 through 2014-532.
So moved.
Seconded.
Motion was made by Freeholder Kowalski, and it was seconded by the Vice Chairman. Mr. Clerk, kindly read the roll.
Freeholder Bergen.
Yes.
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Granados.
Yes.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Jallo.
Aye.
And Chairman Hudak.
Aye.
Chairman, you have 9 votes in the affirmative.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Now the meeting is open for the purpose of public comment on resolutions being offered for adoption that are part of the regular agenda. Kindly state your name and town of residence for the record, and the resolutions to which you're referring to, and adhere to the 5-minute time limit. And I am referring, just so there's no confusion, resolutions 2014-533 to 2014-566. Good evening, sir.
Hi, my name is Eugene Arain of Elizabeth. I wanted to thank the Union County Freeholders for sponsoring a course that I took part of, Global Logistics Associate, which is a nationally industrial certification. I'm a dislocated worker, and I've lived in Elizabeth for 23 years, and I've been gainfully employed for 19 of those years. And I find that this certification enables me to get into another field that's growing and more secure, because I feel those positions are not or won't be outsourced, and there's more security. So I like to thank you for that, and also hope that you continue with the funding of similar programs for other people like myself.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other comments on resolutions being offered for adoption?
Yeah, my name's Barbara Egger. I'm an employee at Reynolds Hospital. I'm the president of HPAE. I represent the nurses. I'm up here to speak about 214-542, and that has to do with a contract to provide transition consultant services at Reynolds Hospital, and we are curious about what does that entail, since we can understand the new company coming in needing a transition service consultation, but we don't understand why Union County needs this service. Could somebody please explain what this is? Thank you.
Acting Director Ador?
Good evening, Chairman Hudak and Freeholder Board. New Era Health Associates Corporation is a company that provides transition services to organizations that are in the healthcare field, specifically long-term care, assisted living, to provide expertise in the field of transitions. And they recently transitioned Camden Hospital, which is a county facility very similar to ours, and they know a lot of the ins and outs of all the things that have to be done to meet compliance and the licensure changeover and things like that.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Any other members of the public wishing to comment on resolutions being offered for adoption?
Pat Moschetti, New Providence. Resolution 546. Getting $2.7 million for a activity called Work First New Jersey. If someone just can give a brief explanation of what that means and how the money is going to be spent, I'd appreciate that. 547, we're looking to special counsel personnel matters increase the cap by 100% from 75,000 to 150. So what is driving that need? And last one, 550. This has to do with a certain group going to provide comprehensive inmate substance abuse treatment residential correction facility services to inmates in Union County Jail for a half a year for a staggering amount of $880,000. That's about $147,000 a month if it's used monthly on average. That to me is a staggering amount. Do we have that many inmates who require services of this nature, or is it that expensive, or both? And if it is that expensive, what are we doing to try to reduce this type of thing for both the individual, who would be better off if they didn't have to go through this, and also a taxpayer who can put their dollars to some better use? Thank you.
Director Reardon, did you want to come up and comment on 550?
Through you, Mr. Chairman. If you think that number is staggering, you probably should recall when I first got here about 7 years ago, and they were holding 165 beds a day for our use over at Delaney and Logan Hall. Currently, that contract is based upon a 60-bed hold for us at about $80.03 a day, which is under our current per diem at the jail. Today we have 32 prisoners there, and just for everybody's education or re-education, we utilize the services of Delaney and Logan Hall, run by the educational centers, to target individuals who, based upon our classification criteria, are probably going to egress back out into public life pretty quickly. So we utilize the time that they will be incarcerated to enter them into programmatic activity at that site, drug treatment, anger management, life skills, GED classes, et cetera, things that we don't have the ability to afford at the jail based upon logistics and space and just the physical setup of the facility itself.
Currently, like I said, we have 32 inmates at that facility today, all of them males. And like I said earlier as well, that they hold up to 60 beds for me, so I think it's pretty fair to say that I'm going to use well under that allotted amount of $880,000. But the space is there, and it would be my intention to send prisoners who are eligible for the type of program that goes on there based upon their current charges, et cetera, and based upon the needs of the correctional facility to make room for prisoners as they come through the door. So I stand behind the program. I stand behind the benefits of the program. I stand behind the tremendous reduction in our utilization of that program over the last 6 or 7 years. And I would, be happy to answer any other questions pertaining to
State
it.
reimbursement on that, correct?
It's dollar for dollar state reimbursement, yes.
So
I think it's money well spent.
I think it's money very well spent.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fred. 547, Director Albert. Or did the county council, did you want to take that one? Oh, sure. I don't want to take your moment.
Thank you. It's Personnel Council. They've used up $62,000 so far this year on the initial allotment. So for the rest of the year, amount expended last year was about $126,000. So this makes sense to cover us for the rest of the year.
Thank you very much, Director. And 546 is not actually an application and expenditure of funds. It's a notification was received from the state of New Jersey, and the budget must be modified to reflect the actual grant award. So, any other comments from the public?
Good evening, freeholders. Jim Bittner, Cranford. It's my understanding we're including 214 in the comment portion of the meeting at this time.
214.
Resolution
You mean
757 2014.
You mean Ordinance 757 214.
We're including it as part of the
You
comment.
can say whatever you want, but we can't respond to it because it had its first reading this evening, and next month it will have its public hearing and its vote.
All right, so you will not be able to tell me what the new salaries will be?
No, we cannot.
Okay, well, moving on so that I don't waste my 5 minutes, and it's precious. Moving on to Resolution 2014-537, and we'll lump it in with 546 and 554. Each of them pertains in some way to workforce development monies that are being spent to educate or train, I guess it would be citizens of Union County for jobs. And this happens every year at this time in one way or another. I was wondering if on any one of or all three of these resolutions that you can make it a requisite of each of the resolutions that you tie it into hiring at the end of the training programs for all the people that made use of the program, and be it that the people that are being trained or the people who are doing the training. I would assume those would be possible employers of these people, that somehow you tie into it a requisite that they employ some of these people that they've trained for a requisite amount of time. Thank you.
I want to bring up Antonio Rivera, the WIB director, to come on up.
Good evening, freeholders. All the resolutions referenced earlier are tied directly to employment. So, and it's a performance-based contract. So if the training institutions do not employ individuals, they cannot be compensated for as such.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other members of the public wishing to speak on resolutions being offered for adoption? Good evening, sir.
I'm here for Resolution 2014-554.
Could you kindly state your name and town of residence for the record, please?
Sure, my name is Richard Kapak, and I reside in 329 Trotting Road, Union, New Jersey.
Thank you, sir.
I'm also the chairman of the Union County Latino Chamber of Commerce. I'm also on the Union County Workforce Investment Board. I'm the chair of the Disability Committee, and I'm also on the Business Committee. I want to reinforce the resolution for today. I believe the Workforce Innovation Business Center in Union County is going to assist the community in many ways. From the data that we've seen in the New Jersey Department of Labor and Workforce Development, there is a huge issue for job seekers having the soft skills to acquire the position they're looking for. The top three is communication skills, organization skills, and writing skills. This includes people graduating from college and high school. The data is also clear that this is not only a state-level issue, but a national and international level issue. This is a huge opportunity to really work together as a community with different organizations with common vision to bring forth the skill sets, the opportunities of our county that it needs for job creation. From the employer side, it's a place for individuals to train their employees for training. Individuals can gain experience for their job placement as well. An individual with the mindset to create a business can gain access to resources to become an entrepreneur. From the Workforce Investment Board and going through the process, it will also create job opportunities and job placement. To comment on the individual before. And thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Any members of the public wishing to speak?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Glenn Nacy, and I reside in Wyckoff, New Jersey. I'm the chairman of the WIB for Union County, and I'm the vice president for human resources at Trinitas Regional Medical Center. I come before you tonight to encourage the Union County Freeholders to support Resolution 2014-554 that would allow the Union County Workforce Investment Board to take over the managerial responsibilities of the Retail Skills Center at the Jersey Gardens Mall in Elizabeth. I fully support Union County College and the Workforce Innovation Business Center and its goal of rebranding the retail skills centers for high growth, occupational, and soft skills training. As an employer at Trinitas Regional Medical Center, I can tell you that we have indeed hired a number of people that have gone through the WIB training, particularly as they pertain to the PCA, Patient Care Tech Training Program, that was initiated at Union County College. In a nutshell, this resolution will provide the residents of Union County with a vehicle to obtain the skills that they need to gain meaningful employment, and equally important, it will provide the employers of Union County with a pool of qualified applicants. Thank you.
Sir. Any other members of the public wishing to speak?
Good evening. Stan Robinson, Linden. I'm also part of the Workforce Investment Board, and I also serve on the NAACP Economic Development Committee for the state of New Jersey. And just wanted to add my support for resolution number 2014-554. In my profession, one of the things that I do is teach, do resume writing, and also teach people how to use social media for job search, among other things. And one thing that I keep hearing when speaking to employers is the lack of soft skills. Many students come out of school with the requisite technical skills from what they've learned in class, but when it comes to simple things that a lot of us here take for granted, like being on time, how to dress, how to communicate both orally and in writing at the job, those skills are lacking. So I feel that anything that we can do to further the opportunities of job seekers to acquire those skills, and again to provide employers with a pool of qualified candidates that have the total package of skills that they need, not just the technical skills, but the communication skills, the ability to work together in teams, which is becoming increasingly important. I just wanted to add my support. Thank you.
Very much, sir.
How are you, Mr. Chairman, and everyone else? My name is Alberto Goncalves. I live in the borough of Mountainside. I'm here to show my support for Resolution 2014-554 as the president and managing partner of Azad Management. We employ over 60 employees, and I'm such a believer in soft skills and going through the process of becoming an entrepreneur and other things to get where I'm at. I believe that education, items that could offer further education, such as the Workforce Innovation Business Center, would have brought me here and much faster. I am such a good believer, and I believe this would do so much good for the community. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other members of the public wishing to comment on resolutions being adopted tonight? With that, I will close this portion of the meeting, and I will ask for a motion to adopt resolutions 2014-533 to 2014-566.
So moved.
Second. The motion was made by Freeholder Kowalski, and it was seconded by Freeholder Estrada. Mr. Clerk, would you kindly read the roll?
Freeholder Bergen.
Abstain as to 2014-536, yes as to all others.
Freeholder Carter.
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada.
Yes.
Freeholder Granados.
Yes.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Aye.
Freeholder Wright.
Yes.
Vice Chairman Jallo.
Aye.
And Chairman Hudak.
Aye to all.
Chairman, you have 9 votes in the affirmative, with the exception of Resolution 2014-536, with 8 votes in the affirmative and 1 abstention.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. The meeting is now open to the public for the purposes of commenting on any matter. Kindly state your name and count of residence for the record and adhere to the 5-minute time limit.
It's been a long time since I've been here.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
And I wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for a road that I have to travel every day. But first, I'd like to say of all the programs that I enjoy that y'all put out there. I go to the Union County auto training classes that they give every Thursday night. And it's a wonderful class. The instructor do a good job. But my concern is, I bought 2 new cars when I retired. And I was able to pay for those cars out of my retirement and Social Security. That was 10 years ago. So now, all that money that comes in, I thought when I paid for the cars, I'd have a few extra bucks. But inflation has ate that extra money up. So now I have to start watching, unless I want to go to the savings. Park Avenue. That's from Park Avenue to Route 1 all the way to St. George Avenue. That road is in pretty bad shape, especially there at Route 1 and Park Avenue. This past winter, which was a pretty rough winter, I saw them, they repaired it, the holes there, and that didn't last like 24 hours. So I don't know what the problem is there, but I'm sure y'all have experts there that understand how to finagle and get the job done a little bit better. So I'd appreciate if I could get some help on that.
That was Park Ave from which part of Park Ave?
Route 1 and Park Avenue,
To where?
all the way almost up to St. George.
All the way up to St. George.
Yeah. But the worst parts is right at that intersection, where you get a lot of traffic there.
Are you talking about on St. George's Avenue itself?
Yeah, it starts where at Route 1, going up on Park Avenue, over to St. George.
So, no, by the bridge, or?
Excuse me?
By the bridge, by the overpass, or closer to?
Yeah, when you go over the overpass, you're talking about the railroad.
Yeah.
Or you go over the railroad.
Correct.
You know, the whole road need attention. Need to be repaired properly.
Yeah, the county manager's checking on the jurisdiction, because I know there's parts of the road, I believe, that are not county-owned, so we're gonna check in on it for you. Okay,
Oh,
sir?
I
Are
see.
you gonna stay for a few minutes?
Excuse me?
Are you gonna stick around for a few minutes?
Sure.
Okay, stick around.
Chairman?
Yes. No, and county manager confirmed, it's actually not the county's responsibility, the paving of the road. There's a part of it, Elizabeth Avenue, I believe. Right, correct. Elizabeth Avenue is a county road, and that is the the county's responsibility, the intersection there, which is if you're if you're going away from routes 1 and 9, you go over the overpass by the train stations where the Dunkin' Donuts is, Knights of Columbus, that area, that intersection, that is the county's responsibility, but the remainder of the road itself falls on the city of Linden.
City of Linden?
Yes.
Wow. I thought they did a better job than that.
Chairman? Just for the record, if I can have the gentleman state his name.
Sir, I'm sorry, could you state your name again? Could you state your name, sir?
Excuse me?
Could you state your name, please, sir? State your name.
Gary Jacobs.
Gary Jacobs. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
From
much.
London?
Been a resident for 55 years, I guess.
Thank you, sir.
Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
is it possible, though, that we can just make sure that, because they've come before us, that we get that information over to the city of Linden?
Yes, Freeholder. County manager just made the same suggestion, and we will reach out to the Department of Public Works.
Thank you.
Just a note of information is
Yep.
they actually put, in part of that street, they just put hydrants out.
Correct.
Linden had a big piping project. right?
Correct.
And that was one of the streets involved.
Any of the members of the public wishing to speak?
Pat Moschetti, New Providence. There was quite a bit of discussion about work, training, job opportunities, which is very good. I have a specific short-term job opening. Burger King, Route 22 East, Scotch Plains, has had a sign now for quite a while. It says, now hiring, all shifts available. So it behooves the people, department heads who are involved with getting unemployed people to work, to get some of them down to the Burger King on Route 22 East in Scotch Plains. All shifts available. And I believe we also have the bus that goes down Route 22 that can help people get there. It's an immediate need that doesn't seem to be filled, that someone who's on the ball can get several people there for interviews ASAP. Burger King would get helped, customer would get helped, Union County would get helped, and the individual working would get helped. It's a very quick tie to do something. We should need to take advantage of these things. Those who are unemployed, those who are seeking maybe summer jobs, intern jobs, second jobs, part-time jobs. There's probably a lot of people looking for them. Let's connect those folks to that job right there. That's just one thing. One individual and a citizen can tell you to do it. There's hundreds of examples all over Union County. A long-term view. Why do we have people coming out of college, coming out of high school without skills of being on time to work, able to communicate verbally, orally, and other ways? 40 years ago or so, people came out of high school quite prepared. So what has happened? What has happened to our educational system? What has happened to the communities, families who are in our communities that are not able to do these basic things? That's a long-term thing that if you want to get involved, you have to push the school systems, you have to push the communities, you have to push people to be more prepared on their own so that the county and the state and the federal government do not have to lead millions of people by their hand to get somewhere for their benefit. That is a long-term problem. that if you want to make a difference in society, which I believe everyone up front says they do, we need to look at these big problems instead of putting Band-Aids on symptoms. We have to address the problem. I was a school teacher in East Orange, middle school math. Most of the children who came to my 6th and 7th grade had the 3rd or 4th grade math aptitude. Why? In that school system, they were socially promoted to the next grade, whether they had the skill or not. They get to 12th grade, they don't have the skills because they were socially promoted. It doesn't do them any good. It doesn't do society any good. We need to have a better school education system. We need the freeholders to be more involved with this, more activity, more accountability at the workforce training. It's not a joke. It's a reality that's growing bigger and bigger and worse and worse. And if we don't solve it, the businesses in this community will make a decision. Do I have skilled labor or I don't? Is it costly or it isn't? And if they say no skilled labor, too costly because of taxes, what do? They will leave. And then your tax base suffers, and you have to ask the rest of us who stay to increase our taxes to pay for this spiral. Short-term need, get some people to Burger King tomorrow, whoever's department head involved with that. Long-term, if you want to do any good, get the educational system improved in this county, state, and country. Thank you.
Any of the members of the public wishing to speak?
Hello, Mike Norman, 12 Colby Lane, Cranford. I would like to thank all the freeholders for helping the towns of Cranford and Westfield lead the Union County College to pick the Oak Ridge field in Clark. It was a right decision, and the field in Cranford would have caused great devastation to the neighborhood. Our organization that we formed, Union County Neighborhoods United, would also like to express our special thanks to B.J. Kowalski for her support and help along the way. The only concern that we had during the meeting was the comments by the Board of Trustees on funding the field. As per a radio interview on Cranford Radio on April 11, 2011, Dr. Stephen Nacco, Vice President of Administrative Service and Executive Assistant to the President McMiniman, he stated that they have been planning the field for 2.5 years. $1.4 million, Nacco said, they have been saving our pennies in our piggy banks over the last couple of years to fund this, so we are ready to go. So the college has $1.4 million to go for the field and should use this money to build the field in Clark and not try to bully any more money from the freeholders. Thank you.
County Manager, do you have any comments regarding that?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Per the direction of the Freeholder Board, I have been authorized to reach out to Dr. McMenigan to have preliminary discussions about the use of Oak Ridge for a future field for Union County College.
Thank you, sir. Any of the members of the public wishing to speak? Seeing no more comments, I'm going to close the public comment section of the meeting. And we're going to go to freeholder reports, and I will start on my left with Freeholder Kowalski.
Thank you, Chairman, and thanks also to Mr. Norman and all the neighbors who got involved with this issue. And also, of course, I would like to thank my colleagues for your willingness to work, for us to work with the college. And, of course, thanks to the college itself and the Board of Governors for listening to the community. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Speaking of Oak Ridge Park, we had BioBlitz there last week, and it was actually our 10th annual BioBlitz, and we found a record number of species, including 3 species of bats, which we'd never been able to find before, plus red fox kits, and the highest number of mushrooms and fungi that have been found, over 200 species of plants, and 61 species of birds, including mature and immature bald eagles. Now, I don't know if you recall that there was this started on the Friday night, and there was a big downpour, and everybody luckily was able to get indoors safely and then come back and continued with BioBlitz. So it was a very enjoyable event that's added to our knowledge of nature in our community. So I encourage you to check out further reports on BioBlitz. And thanks, of course, to all of the volunteers and the naturalists who participated. Another thing to be aware of at this time of year is mosquitoes. We're entering mosquito season, and our Mosquito Control Bureau is out and around checking for mosquito breeding spots and spraying where necessary. So if you'd like to know where the spray trucks will be, you can visit our website, ucnj.org, for a list of locations. I think a number of the local police departments also send out alerts. I know I got an alert from Cranford PT when they were spraying. So if you have the option to sign up for these alerts, I would encourage you to do that. You can help by, for your own, to keep mosquito breeding down in your own environment, you can help by checking your property for places where there may be standing water and eliminate that. Mosquitoes only need a little bit of water to breed. So I hope everybody can be aware of that and enjoy the summer. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Freeholder Carter, any comments?
Thank you, Chairman. The summer is here, and our Parks Department is offering a summer savings special for all Union County residents at the Watchung Stables. From July 5th through July 27th, every public trail ride scheduled on weekends during the month of July, each trail ride purchased by a Union County resident will receive a discounted rate on that day for a second rider. Public trail rides are held every Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. on a first-come, first-served basis, weather also permitting. In addition, Watchung Stables offers options for younger adults and private groups. For more information, including rate, age, and ID requirements, please visit our website. We try to keep it up to date as much as possible. Actually, they do that daily, keeping everybody posted around the county. So it's a great source, especially for all of our summertime things that are going on at our pools and everything around the county. So that's ucnj.org. And for the stables, you can put in /stables and go right to that site, or you can go ahead and navigate and explore a lot of the adventures that we have going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder Carter. Freeholder Estrada?
Bank my time, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir. Freeholder Mirabella?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I too will bank my time.
Excellent. We got a trend going. Freeholder Bergen?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to follow up on what Freeholder Carter said, because Freeholder Granados and I had an opportunity to be up at the stables this past Saturday. They had, as part of New Jersey Olympic Week, an event up there called Equestrian Day, in which we had a demonstration and displays and other presentations having to do with the Olympic equestrian events. And first of all, it was a gorgeous day up there on Saturday. We had a very nice crowd. There was a demonstration by some of the riders there of some of the Olympic contests. I had an opportunity to talk with a woman from the U.S. equestrian team, which is based right here in New Jersey. Learned a lot about Olympic equestrian events that I didn't know. So it was a great day. The crowd enjoyed that. And as Freeholder Carter said, if you weren't able to be there, go any day. There are opportunities to ride. It's a wonderful facility. And again, you can go either to our website, ucnj.org/parks, or you can call the stables directly at 908-789-3665. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That's all.
Thank you, Freeholder Bergen. Freeholder Granados?
Yes. I want to start off by thanking the members of the WIB board for attending today and all your leadership in making sure that the residents of Union County who are unemployed find jobs and have the right skills they need. But also at the same time, I want to thank each member of the Freeholder Board for supporting everything that the WIB does and the Workforce Investment Act. You guys are definitely making sure that all our residents are up to date when it comes to the skills needed, when it comes to the training necessary, and I applaud you, and I really do appreciate everything you guys do, because you guys definitely do tremendous work for our county and improving the lives of our residents. Also, on that note also, this past week, I was able to attend the Flag Day celebration at Union County College, where approximately 30 individuals became citizens, 20 got their GEDs, and 20 got training certificates in occupational training. And that shows the dedication that the Workforce Investment Board has, and also Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders have, to improving the lives of our residents. And also this weekend is Elizabethtown's 350th anniversary, which will take place in front of City Hall in Elizabeth. Look forward to seeing everybody there. It's from 12 to 4, once again in front of City Hall. It's definitely going to be filled with a lot of cultural activities, historical artifacts, and it's definitely going to be a great time. So, thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Wright?
Yes. I'm looking forward to speaking tomorrow morning at the Greater Elizabeth Chamber of Commerce 18th Annual Legislative Networking Breakfast in Union. The Greater Elizabeth Chamber of Commerce was created in the early 90s to help provide a unified voice to businesses in the eastern end of our county. I would like to congratulate Gordon Haas on his tremendous effort in growing this important organization to our county. I will be sharing a lengthy update on some of the county's economic development programs and some of our chairman's initiatives for this year. I hope to see some of my good friends in Union, and I look forward to meeting with representatives of our business community.
Thank you, Freeholder. County Council?
No comments, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
County Manager?
No comments, Mr. Chairman.
Vice Chairman, I will not forget you again.
No comments.
Ever again, County Council, I will never forget him again. Just a couple quick comments. Over the past 2 months, as part of the Union County Knows How, that's Health Opportunity and Wellness Initiative, departments throughout the county, offices teamed up to participate in an office workforce challenge. 24 teams involving 143 individuals all chipped in, and all told lost about 283.2 pounds. The biggest loser winners total, on the men's side, Under Sheriff Cryan dropped 14.98% weight, and Maria Kahana in the Department of Corrections had a 12% drop. So an excellent job. The top team, I see the First Assistant Prosecutor back. He's here to make sure I announce that the prosecutors dropped 8.26 pounds. The Sheriff's Office, 7.37, and facilities, not too shabby, at a little over 5%. So law enforcement's a little leaner, a little meaner these days. Thank you to all the weight loss challenge participants for making this initiative successful. And just in that vein, in talking about our workforce and its health, it went without mention tonight during public comment, and so I will bring it up during freeholder comments. Resolution 549 was a renewal of our health insurance plans with Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield through our broker, and we're very proud to announce a 0% increase in our health benefits, as well as a slight drop, I believe, on the prescription side as well. All told, I think it's something like 0.35% reduction in the county's overall health net for 2014 and 15, which is an excellent job. And we kind of joke about this Bigger Loser program, but that's just part of the overall wellness package that we've been trying to strive for in Union County. We've been aggressively trying to get our insurance experience better, so that we can go at the market and get better rates, save the taxpayers money. So a very good development for Union County taxpayers today, in that when we are able to control these fixed costs every year, it really does allow us to do a better job in keeping our fiscal house in order. Also, just since the gentleman from Linden here tonight brought it up, and I do want to know many about the issues of Park Avenue. I grew up on McGilvery Place, which is right off of Greer Avenue, and I couldn't get out of my house unless I went down Park Avenue every day. So it's a challenging road, and a lot of that has to do with the amount of truck traffic that cuts through the neighborhood, which hopefully will be resolved in the future as part of a larger Port Authority project as part of the replacement of the Goethals Bridge. On Monday, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey will hold informational sessions from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Linden City Hall for a long-awaited road improvement project that will relieve truck traffic on local streets just outside the Goethals Bridge in Linden and Elizabeth. The project is known as the Missing Link and will complete the existing partial interchange between U.S. Route 1 and 9 and Route 278 in the vicinity of exit 13 and the Goethals Bridge. The project will accompany the twining of the Goethals Bridge. It will not only create a better road conditions in the area, but it will get vehicles and about 1,500 daily that go through that neighborhood as a result of the incomplete intersection there in the Bayway area of Elizabeth and the Bayway section of Linden. And it will greatly improve the traffic flow and hopefully long-term the road conditions of Park Avenue. I want to let residents know they can come and learn about the projects, and there will be a period at the end for public comment, so if anyone wants to come and share their concerns. But just in relation to your concerns, our county manager will reach out to the Public Works Department in the City of Linden to address your concerns. It's a tough road because of all the truck traffic that comes through, so the asphalt is continually broken up, but we'll do our best to communicate that to the City of Linden. And unless we have any other business this evening, ask for a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion was made by Freeholder Mirabella and seconded by Freeholder Granados. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.